Okay, let's do this. So this is Ghostbusters Wii. Um, I'm just gonna like make a quick tutorial on how to do the first few parts here. So we're gonna reset the run here. Um, just go to any save file, wipe profile, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna select female, and then rookie, and then go to options, go to audio, and turn off dialogue. Because if dialogue's at 0, then dialogue just doesn't happen. You might want to up your brightness a little bit. And we're going to turn off everything here except for aim assistance. And obviously no unlocks. And then start the game. Alright. For this first firehouse is like or all the firehouses are not that complicated. You just kind of go up here. The default way you want to move in this game is by slightly angling the stick, so you can strafe rather than walking straight forward. It's a little faster. And if you rapidly switch between left strafe and right strafe, you can walk forward without losing time either, as well. Okay, so we're just gonna do all that, mostly just skipping cutscenes and then going into the Ecto one to get to on the job. So now we're on the job. Gonna skip this cutscene and then just kind of walk over here. We're gonna walk up to this elevator and then you just kind of want to wait at this elevator. Spam the A button. So the moment you're able to interact with this elevator, you do, and then we're gonna strafe into this pot to buffer the angle to get into the elevator. You see, like I didn't have to change my direction. I just held it the whole time through the cutscene. Try to time that elevator entry. Well, it just takes practice, and then you want to be on the furthest left of this hallway you can as you enter this cutscene because it's just faster to directly walk to it than to like angle towards it. And then once you see the game freeze slightly, that'll let you know the cutscene's about to happen. So we're gonna hold we're gonna strafe right here, and what that's gonna do is that's gonna make us shuffle a little bit to the right as the cutscene starts, and that's going to get us out of the way of Peter so we can cleanly make it through this hallway. Very small optimizations in this first level, but it is mostly walking, so yeah. This is just, more walking. Again, you can do the thing like switching between left and right. Strafe if you want. A lot of movement in this game is done with the camera. So we're gonna turn into this door and shoot this chair just so we don't get stuck on it after this cutscene. And so not the exact moment you slam, but like a little bit after, you want to start shaking the nunchuck, and what that's gonna do is that's gonna unslime you the frame this cutscene ends. If you unslime yourself before the cutscene ends, it just reslimes you after, and you lose time. And then the moment you get unslimed, you're gonna want to shoot because shooting will cancel the animation of getting unslimed. Okay, go through here, just destroy that. Again, the camera moves very slow in this game, so you do have to like work with the camera here. Get on that. Try not to get stuck on that chair, but it can be annoying. You're just gonna walk over here. Walk over to Peter. Spam the A button just down this hallway. You both for Peter and the elevator, and then get in the elevator. Again, just timing it right. Once you see the little pop, you know the cutscene's about to load. You can pull up the PK meter. Because the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna scan Egon the moment we get out of this cutscene. So scan Egon. The game just requires you scan anything here. You only need to scan one thing. You can scan this guy if you want to, but it's not required. And then we're just gonna spam down to pull out the wand at the earliest possible moment, and then just start shooting this guy. Ideally, he moves straight towards. There's like an invisible trigger here. As you can see, he's like rotating around it. That's just time loss that can happen, but like Most of the time, they'll just go straight to the invisible trigger and then leave through the wall. As long as every ghost is left, you can... the cutscene will trigger to let you progress. Go over here. All right. After this cutscene ends, you don't want to immediately go down right. You kind of want to wait a little bit to let Peter go by, and then we're gonna start pushing him. I push him a little bit too far there, but like most of this is good. We're just pushing him into like the checkpoints he needs to walk, to get him there a little faster. This was recently discovered. To push Peter here, and then we're just gonna push him into the door. Sometimes he kicks the door, sometimes the door just opens. No matter what happens, you're just gonna strafe into this wall and shoot, and the mission will end on the first available frame. And yeah, that's on the job. So this next level, Mitzvah, it's one of the only few levels in the game where you can move during this like loading screen. You can only move during the loading screen when you see this. So like you see when it's spinning fast. So when it's spinning fast, you'll also hear in-game audio begin to progress, but you want to hold the Wii remote kind of away from the sensor bar so you don't accidentally move the camera. And for this specific one, once you see that spinning fast, you're just going to kind of walk forward. So just like hold forward. You can get into the kitchen early, but it doesn't actually matter because you have to wait for a cutscene to trigger anyways. So like I turn slightly right after holding forward to get in the kitchen early, but it doesn't matter. Because no matter what, you will have to wait for a cutscene to trigger here. And that's going to warp you back to this. So we're just going to walk through here. A lot of walking in this game, just in general. You will walk a lot. So you want to make sure that you're good at it. They're just going to go through here, trigger the cutscene. And then, okay, so this is like our first ghost fight. Like for real. Slimer can either move right here or he can move left behind this pillar. If he's left behind the pillar, you're gonna have to go a little bit further up before you start shooting to avoid overheating. But if he's on the right, you could just immediately shoot him. And you can use auto lock here, but auto lock sometimes has a problem where it trails behind the ghost, and that is not good because you're not hitting. So I actually prefer to not use auto lock here. For most of it at least. If I see that he's like slowing down, I'll turn auto lock on. So how to catch ghosts in this game? Basically, you're in this wrangle animation, and once you're in the wrangle animation, their HP is red, and you will see an arrow pop up. You want to swing the pointer of the Wii remote in that direction. You have to kind of swing the Wii remote a little bit, but I think mostly it's related to how the pointer moves. So we're just going to swing him up there. The direction is random with the exception for the very last one, which is always going to give you an option of slamming 4 ways. You always want to slam down because of, you know, down is mostly going to be where your traps are when you can place them. You actually can't place a trap early here. You have to just kind of spam Z until the game lets you. And then we're just going to kind of move him into the trap. You get an insta slam there if you slam him on the last direction input if he's close to the floor, but it's completely random. If the game lets you do that, he can sometimes just not be there. I'm gonna go through here, and we're gonna target this red hat guy because that's also the guy that the Ghostbusters are most likely to target with you, and we'll get him into the capture minigame as soon as possible. Slam them around, and then now that you can activate your trap early, you want to throw your trap basically right when you see these arrows pop up, if not a little earlier. And what that's going to do is that's going to put the trap directly below them. Sometimes they get stuck on furniture, and you have to move them around, but most of the time it's fine. This fight's really not that bad, and hopefully this guy is just the other Ghostbusters get him to red health. They can't wrangle or slam any ghosts, but they can reduce them to capture state, which is the red health. And then you just want to kind of find this guy. You can use auto lock to find him if he's not like immediately beside you. So yep, we're just gonna throw the trap catch. That is a slam trap. It's not consistent on console because of how lag works. Lag can prevent slam traps from happening, but basically, the basic idea is you throw the trap and you down slam them into it, and if if it works, they will immediately be captured rather than like the slam animation playing out and then they get captured. So yeah, we're just gonna walk over here, kind of look at this wall a little bit. We're just mostly waiting for this cutscene, and then we're gonna go over here. Walking over to this door, going up the staircase. Try to cut your corners, fairly decently. And then during this cutscene, you're just going to kind of buffer slightly back left. So like mostly back and then slightly left. And if you do it right, you will just go straight through this door. And that'll end the level. And that's Mitzvah. Alright. So kitchen sink. The final level of Sedgewick 1. Opens in this hallway. You're just going to kind of go down to this hallway. Be careful of these chairs, because if they hit you dead on, they can like push you backwards, and that loses time. But you want to shoot this guy pretty much the moment you see him. And then we're going to wait to shoot him again until he stands still, because that's when he loses HP. If you don't hit him, you can risk him sliming you later, which is really annoying. But yeah, we're just going to try to mostly dodge the chairs. And then good. Go through here. You can just like either lift that or throw it out of the way. And then so we're immediately gonna start shooting this guy. And he's gonna start going towards the piano. He's gonna possess the piano, but since we're already shooting him, the piano is gonna instantly get unpossessed. And then I get a really lucky thing here. The ghost kind of glitches out and flips upside down and just goes into this corner. Usually what happens in this fight is the ghost will go towards you, slime you, and then immediately go towards go towards this table that's like kind of behind me right now. And you have to like shoot the table and then continue hitting him. But I get very lucky here. I think this is literally the only time this has ever happened. But yeah, we're just gonna shoot him and take advantage of it. But yeah, most of the time this fight takes significantly longer. But this is very lucky. Get him into the wrangle animation. Just throw him around. Make sure you have your trap out when you need to. And there we go. Another important thing, if you're moving while you throw a trap, the trap animation won't actually play. It'll just cast the trap out, like, instantly. So just keep that in mind. Alright, walk over here, trigger cutscene. We're going to wrangle this cake. This cake can sometimes be annoying to wrangle. I don't know why. And we're just going to put it in the oven. And we're going to immediately start shooting him. This fight's literally just RNG. But something you could do to kind of influence it is when you see this guy going for a dash, you want to kind of walk like over here. That's gonna convince him to spin so that his dash ends near the oven, because this fight's basically just broken up into phases where he goes back into the oven and then we have to shoot these pot things. Just spam auto lock to instantly lock onto things and just shoot. If you overheat here, it really doesn't lose that much time. Most of the time loss you're going to get here is due to the other Ghostbusters not shooting things, because sometimes they can just idle and be annoying. So yeah, we're just going to walk here. Another thing, don't stand too close to him, or he'll do a melee. But other than that, there we go. Just gonna keep shooting here. This is a slightly longer shooting gallery type thing before the next time he comes out of the oven. But once all the pots are dead, he will come out of the oven again. So we're just gonna wait for that. Another thing, don't shoot him until he's done with that like coming out of the oven animation, because he's actually not vulnerable until this part. But yeah. This is a really good kitchen sink. It's the best kitchen sink that's ever been done by a lot. Just because this essentially got almost perfect RNG. Like everything you could ask for happens here. Also, in this last one, you don't actually need to shoot all the pots. You just need to shoot enough. So like after shooting a bit of them, just kind of walk back to the oven and start shooting him. And we're going to get him into the wrangle. And then we're just going to throw him around. And there we go. That is the end of Sedgewick 1, the beginning of the game. Yeah, there we go. That was good. This is the end result screen for kitchen sink, and then there's no firehouse in between here and Times Square. I think it just goes right into it. So we will get to that. We will get to that next time. See ya.